Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rainbow Six Siege Reinforcements. I'm Matt, joined by Jordan.
Hello.
And today we are going to be looking at the new Villa map, of which there has been an official trailer. Also today we're going to be priming you for the Pro League Finals, which will be taking place in Atlantic City this weekend. But first, let's go straight into this new map because it's one of the bigger elements of Para Bellum. We've obviously spoken previously about the operators, but the map is arguably the third character, right?
Yeah, and we haven't had one since Tower or Mok Myok.
Yeah, because of course Chimera didn't come with one. It was the season off to a degree. So, as you can see, if we're looking at the trailer right now, you've got lots of interesting Tuscany kind of looking vibe to this. You've been analysing it closely, Jordan. Tell me what you've noticed just from this fly-through.
Okay, so the map is, well, first off, it's very large, but it's also very close quarters. There are no open areas, and it doesn't look like we're going to get much in terms of spawn peeking. Okay. So first impressions are there are a lot of sturdy walls, which I know sounds like an obvious thing to say about a building, but from every single still we've seen, there are maximum one or two what look like breachable walls. The rest of them,
a lot of it's stone, right?
Yeah,
and stone typically isn't breachable. We're looking for those wooden surfaces. Few in ceilings and stuff like that, but yeah, largely the walls seem quite sturdy. Yeah,
in terms of the windows on the exterior of the building, we can't see any of those classic barricade cross windows. Yeah. So it reminds me a lot of Bartlett in that degree. You can. There's lots of windows on the building, but there's maybe 2 or 3 that you can actually go through.
Sure, yeah. So that's restricting how many areas of access that we have, presumably to force players to use certain, maybe areas that have been set up for tactical approaches and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we certainly have those in the trailer. We can see from the aerial shot, we can see there's a skylight entry, and we can also see a basement or garage kind of section. So that, because it's open in the trailer, we assume that defenders will get recognised as soon as they sort of enter that room. So it'll be free for attackers to go into, and it won't be one of those rooms you have to defend at any point.
Sure.
So that'll be one easy way of getting in without worrying about windows or anything like that. It's also worth noting there's a balcony on one of the sides. So while that kind of seems like a feast for runouts and defenders trying to get easy picks early into the round, it also seems like a very feasible way of getting into the building. There's also a wine cellar, which is a lot more narrow than I think we originally thought it would be. Okay. It looks like it will just lead straight from the garage or something like that, but it's not very open like the one in Chalet. It's very narrow, probably a bit of a contested corridor, because I imagine it's going to be a very important way of getting up and into the building.
So yeah, in terms of the, obviously this is quite a tall building, we spoke in the last episode about how there's a sort of tower looking kind of thing that's almost...
At least 3 stories, plus a basement and plus an additional story on the tower.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be quite a vertical map, and I know we've got plenty of those, but it does seem to be that all of the floors, as there's a panning shot within the trailer that is going between floors, they seem very, very wooden, so I'm expecting lots of potential for almost like, if you've ever seen the Raid, the way that they come down the floors by just blowing open new floors. So I think we're going to be able to use breaching charges, plenty of opportunity for fuse from above or stuff like that. So yeah, interesting, slightly differently designed map. You said that you kind of feel like it's a bit Bartlett 2.0.
Yeah, just in terms of it's one big building, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of doorways. It doesn't look like there's maximum there are 3 or 4 entry points unless you include windows. And Bartlett was a mess because of it. It was a very negative thing, but obviously they would have learnt those lessons. It looks like now we've got some solid entry points, so you can go in from the ceiling. Yeah. There's only one hatch to get in from the top of Bartlett. Looks like you can go in through the basement, and I just think, plus the porch on the side of the building, it looks like there'll be a few more ways in, and hopefully that'll lead to a lot of interesting sort of interior battles. Yeah,
I've always kind of liked the idea of Bartlett, but certainly the better you get at Siege, the more you realise that actually it's quite a poorly designed map, but the idea of bringing a similar experience but making it useful for competitive and even just casual play where it's a bit more fair, I think that's a really good idea. Have the devs themselves said anything about this map?
Yeah, so when this trailer was released, we also got a dev blog. And what this said was, it gave us some details about when we're likely to see more about the season, but we actually have a good quote about what to expect from the map. Okay, so the Villa was specifically designed to offer a competitive showdown. It sets the stage for diverse gameplay, providing wide staircases, narrow tunnels, and secret hatches. Don't let the lush decor fool you. the villa is deadly. Some of its floors are destructible and can fully expose you.
So that points back to what we saw about the fact that the floors are wooden, right?
Yeah.
I get the impression that it's not like where we've had previous floors where it's a case of that you can blow them open and use them as peaking sort of spots to fire between beams that are holding the building up. This is like we can come in from the ceiling, right?
They look like, so we get those like rustic beams when you look up onto the ceiling, but between there it looks like there's going to be a lot of space for actually
jumping down, right? Yeah, this is going to be great. Also the idea of being able to, you know, if you're in a defending lot underneath and throwing a nitro cell up and just blowing the floor from a group that are preparing to come down on you, but you know, the fall damage that they're going to inflict and kind of like the actual explosion going off, I think there's going to be some interesting new tactics I think that are going to develop around this map.
Yeah, and the mention of sort of secret hatches and narrow tunnels, I think, is something we haven't necessarily seen anytime there's been anything like this. It's been quite wide open, so hopefully we actually get a few sort of very closed-in corridors and very tense encounters in that respect.
Absolutely. Right, so that's great, obviously Villa being one of the huge parts of Para Bellum, but since the last time we spoke, I think there have been some reveals or at least extra information we can get about our key operators.
So buried within the trailer for the Season 7 finals in Atlantic City, there was actually a 2-second reveal, sort of like a CGI animation of both Maestro and Alibi, who are the two upcoming defenders. It doesn't show us too much about Maestro.
Yeah, he's just got like, it's lighting a cigar, right, basically.
Yeah, but it totally confirms everything we've seen about him so far. Alibi, on the other hand, we can clearly see her weapon, which is the MX4 Storm. Excellent looking.
It's like a sci-fi SMG, isn't it? It looks so cool.
It's also Italian, I think, in heritage.
I'd imagine all of, I mean, typically they try to go for where the operator comes from for the finger, but is it, I don't know what company manufactures that, but I'm fairly sure it's an Italian dev.
But we also see sort of a second copy of her in the teaser. Like, you have to pause it a very key frame, but you can see clearly her hologram in action. And it's very realistic, and I don't think anyone expected it to be quite so convincing.
No, especially since the key art that we saw leaked before, provided that definitely is the key art they use, they look like holograms. They are the Titanfall 2 style. You know,
blue shade kind of.
The Star Wars kind of communicator hologram, and the fact that they're not that suggests that these are genuinely going to be holograms that you could genuinely mistake. It's not a case of that, oh, I saw something in my peripheral vision and I'm now going to look and I'm now distracted. It's genuinely you might be shooting at something that is not real. Then also in the key art, we can just about sort of see what some of these operators are carrying, because obviously they've got holsters and stuff like that. So we've seen that there appears to be a new revolver in the game.
It looks like the Judge, which is interesting because it's a revolver that actually fires shotgun shells.
Sure.
And then there does look like just another sort of revolver kind of weapon.
So it certainly seems that they're heavier on the sidearms. Maestro, we can't really see what he's carrying, but because he's got his back to, I can't really say the camera and key art, can I? No, it's painted, but back to the painter, let's say, but you can just about see kind of like here the receiver of a weapon that looks like it might be what I think something like an MG3, or various people have pointed out on forums that, you know, the modern updates to like the old German MG42 are very, very loud, very high sustained fire weapon. So it might be that he's bringing a machine gun to it. Way back when we thought it might be shotguns, but...
Well, if he is bringing an LMG, it suits what has been rumoured to be his ability, right? Which is this auto turret. Yeah,
this barrage kind of thing, right?
Otherwise a defender with an LMG would be something totally new. But I don't think it'll be that.
But we will soon see, because of course it's not that long until we find out. So everything that we've spoken about will be confirmed, completely confirmed, or denied, you know, if we've got any of it wrong. But it seems like we're fairly on the money, I think. But yeah, this weekend at the Rainbow Six Siege Pro League Finals, it's the Season 7 Finals, they're on in Atlantic City. We are actually there. Well, I say we are. I am.
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry, Jordan, but generally only one person could go to these kind of things. So yeah, I'll be there. We will be doing episodes of Reinforcements live. Well, not really live from the show, but we'll be recording them there. And the moment that we can put these out, we will. So basically, stay tuned, watch the Pro Leagues. We won't want to tear you away from the games, obviously, because they're going to be great. But as the information is revealed at the show, we will be putting out new episodes of Reinforcements where we'll be able to show you exactly what's happened. You know, the entire of Para Bellum will be revealed there, and we can bring you stuff pretty much as soon as they're announcing it. So that's really exciting.
So that sounds very exciting. I am very jealous, and I wish I
you
could be
are.
there, but I hope you have fun.
Thank you. But yes, until next time, thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed everything we've given you. And yeah, far more Rainbow Six Siege coming very soon.